What's good, man? It's OG Drip, man. This channel where we talk about the spiritual truth and how you utilize energy on a day-to-day basis, man. And check this out, man. It's finna get real deep, man, because I know I've been gone for a while, but, man, bump that, dog. You know what I'm saying? We got to put the foot back on their neck, man, because at the end of the day, dog, it do, like, I'm gonna just be honest with y'all. It do discourage you when you looking at your viewage and you looking at where you came from and how much work you actually put in and stuff like that. And these people could take it away from you, right? So I just want to go ahead and give a shout out to my dog, man, Dolo the Pilot, man. I seen bro do a 3-a-day, right? I listen. I wouldn't even upload it. I was just like, damn. If he do this is crazy. You know how in football practice you got a 2-a-day? Nah, bro was on some 3-a-days, right? Where he uploading 3 times a day. And we're not going to make it mainly about bro, but just to throw it out there, just to show you how real stuff get, is it didn't really help, right? Where versus someone that could go live right now for once a month, probably gain by a total of like 60 subs, bro, before the thing is over with. Now, let me explain something to y'all. Now, when it get down to this world, bro, it get a lot of confusion, especially when y'all realize the things that trend the highest be mainly negative things. It ain't someone that already had a fan base themselves, right? Because, like, it don't matter who it is. If it's a person that get like 10K views and now they talk about negativity and end up getting about 50K on that video or whatever, right? Depending on how deep it goes, especially when they talk about fight, drama, and all these type of things. Even the news channel have their way of pushing things, right? When they always talking about war and always talking about stuff that's bad that's happening. Now, the thing about it is, when you got a channel like Dolo's on, you got a channel like mine's, bro, and for whoever else out there might be doing the same thing, like, it's messed up because we're not sitting here telling people to be more destructive. We're literally trying to tell people how to go inside and find their minds and how to use them and not be used bomb, so they won't end up doing stupid things in the world. So at the end of the day, it's actually helping the world, not things where someone is being destructive or coming up with a organized plan to do something, then call on the Lord name and all this type of stuff. So when it comes down to these gods and all that, it get real iffy, because you got to remember in the Bible it said these gods that come before you. So we already know these things going to be labeled the same thing what you label a higher power. But y'all got to remember, at the end of the day, this is just a way of labeling something, because the spirit is no shape, no thing. But even when you give it a name, it's effed up already, right? It's already falling back in this realm of reality, and a lot of people don't realize that. As soon as it get a name or a title, it automatically come back down because it's part of the physical. No physical is no, how it says in kingdoms, what basically say, no flesh and tissue is allowed in the kingdoms of heaven. So boom, when we breaking down things like that, it's just understanding like the sense of the practicality, the logic, however you want to look at it here. It's not the same. This is a shapeful world. This is a world made of shapes and all of that. So when people look at it like that, they look at it like it's another world, like it's Dragon Ball Z balls and all this type of stuff. And I've got to say this before I get into it. That's because of Walt Disney. That's because of the movies or whatever that someone see. They like literally shape it out. Like, I was just explaining to my girl last night about the things. We're going to start doing videos and stuff together too. But just not to get off topic too much, just the whole thing of now that I showed you this so much, this repetition so much, that now when you actually see this shit, this is what you think about it. So like now when I say, oh, the spirit realm or the spirit world, somebody probably actually thinking it's a separated world. And see, so now today I took advantage of it because I already know the alignment today, right? So I'm like, let me go ahead and explain it, because now I can really get to the T of helping people understand when we talk about spirituality, that y'all don't have these forms and stuff. Like when I was explaining in the Eye of Horus video, I was explaining why we see shapes. I was explaining about the optic lobe, how the sun hit and this and that there, and it ain't necessarily coming about from the sun as in that sense. It's just talking about the light, the thoughts, and just how the thoughts play out in this world and reality, because it's already given with physical form and density. So when it comes down to things like that, I already was breaking that type of stuff down. But it's the way sometimes you have to use it, and sometimes when you hear it one way, it might not line up the way you need it to. Sometimes the words be playing with you and trying to trick you. It'd be like a crossword puzzle, right? So when you get into these things, you start seeing shit for like what it really is. So I wanted to break that down, because I know when you see that type of stuff, it do get confusing. But back to the thing, like I'm saying, they push videos out that's like that instead of the people that's trying to build people and actually help people succeed in life, whether it's be successful for what they saying or whether a person just be internally happy. And that's the thing about it. It's like they don't want nobody internally happy. They want people lusting. They want people angry. They want people sad. They want people jealous. It's just like, you got to wonder at this point, what God is these people worshiping? Because at the end of this day, it started to sound like a jealous God. It's starting to sound like a God that's full of hatred and not love at all. The only thing it love is hate. So at the end of the day, these people don't figured out ways of just making a word and a person a damn near die over the word. Just because you saying the word God, if you say it in the wrong way or a tormenting way, the Christians will look down on you. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like crazy because these people done started putting more power towards the words, more power towards the book, then to more power than the actuality of existence and what is your purpose of living here and your intentions. It's like, it's messed up, dog. Because now we got all these people that's actually talking about they, Christians and how to make the world a better place and bring God into war and all these type of things here. Like, how you literally pray and then go shoot somebody? Like, man, it don't make no sense. So when we going through things like this, you know what I'm saying? And I done heard bro say that, so let me go ahead and quote that. But at the end of the day, bro, it's all the same shit. Like, niggas looking at it the same way y'all can see it, the same way we mention it. It's just like, damn, that do pop up. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's different angles of seeing it too. It's like how these people pray and then turn around and gotta go to this certain area or this certain person, and this person don't give them the thing they need. Now everything correct for them. It's damn near like they be making human to gods and don't really realize it, right? So even to the point that they'll make the spirit world look like earth. So that's the reason why I was breaking that down, man, because me and my girl, like I said, was talking last night, and then when I was saying this stuff to her, I was like, damn, that damn Disney hit me a little bit. Like, I'm witnessing seeing the little worlds pop up and little butterflies flying away. Man, it ain't even all that, dog. So when we seeing these things, like these, even the light itself, we giving it shapes and stuff. You know what I mean? When we not in this realm of reality, it's not like that no more. So I wanted to talk about that, and also at the same time, get into, also talking about how we could be shadow banned, basically, and push below something, right? Because when you look at it, an average person right now that start a YouTube channel, man, they'll probably have about, I'm gonna say about 100K views in probably about 2 months of posting. Like, that's how it be starting out now. Like, I don't know what be going on, but some channels just have like this growth that's be crazy. But then when you go look at it, it be humiliation. It be some type of down sending, building some type of alpha male or building some type of feminist. And it always gonna trend. Like, even when the Andrew Tate situation and all that came out, I'm like, oh man, I'm literally listening to this man say better meals, but all this type of shit that we be warned about. And it's just crazy because at the end of the day, that ain't how it works. When people start to understand that we both have these energies, these masculine energy and the feminine energy, and the way to use them, it'll actually be cool, bro. But the way that y'all doing it is not gonna help by tormenting one gang over the other one. It make it biased. It's like leaning towards a bias real hard, and it make it real hard to be transparent, to be able to see what's actually going on both sides. So when it come down to things like that, that shit there would be pushed. But yeah, I'm sitting here saying, nigga, I don't care if you're a girl or a boy. I don't care about your gender. So if you do get lost into what I'm saying, I'm not talking about your gender. I'm talking about the energy output. If you putting out too much of a feminine energy, even as a woman, bro, people ain't gonna want to be around you. So if you putting out too much feminine as a man, they damn sure ain't gonna want to be around you. So now if I'm saying stuff like that, it makes more sense. And saying you can't teach out of emotion, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't get down to your emotion and get drowned ashore. So now when you getting down into these waters and stuff like that, you don't want to come out to the party, or when you come out to the party, you want everybody else to feel the wrath. So it's like that type of shit that'll keep people from getting destructive. And especially when it comes to, like, some people have hard times getting places and shit, thanks to the government making it like that, right? Where they coming from the hood and don't know no other way, or don't even have no other way choice, because their mom probably was crackheads or anything, couldn't get them back and forth to school or whatever, or get them back and forth to job, like they didn't have cars. Like, it'd be a lot of stuff going around before a regular astrologer from like these out of nowhere, because they read a book, could even talk about. So when we get on here, dog, it's just like, you got to just know that shit. But at the same time, it's more about spirituality. The astrology just help you label and pinpoint the energy. But man, it gets so deep out, dog. I'm telling y'all, it gets so deep out here, man. It really be like discouraging, especially like I'm telling y'all for myself. When I look at views and I'm seeing how hard I work, yeah, it ain't about views, but at the same time, it's like, damn, it's kind of embarrassing when when someone could, and not embarrassing because I already know what's going on, right? But it'd be crazy because somebody could post a video right now and just start a channel and have way more views, and it'd be like, damn, what am I doing wrong? Then I go to my analytics, green check, y'all watching damn near the whole video, the likes, it be everything up there, the everything, the click throughs, everything be check marked up. But the video don't get through the algorithm, and don't push. It barely bring in new subs. Even right now, I've been sitting still this whole time for like about 40 days to actual post a video, and got 15 subscribers. Well, it's like 17 subscribers. But when I go back to posting, it like peel back off. And it's like, that don't make no sense. And it's the same people still having at least the same amount of viewers, even if it's low, the same amount of people coming in and tuning in. So how is the Western thing going down? And it just don't make no sense to me, man. And then y'all know me, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all some other secrets about this shit too. They be having things called vidIQ, TubeBuddy, all these type of things. I got all those programs to use tags, the descriptions, to put you in a recommended list, all of that shit. And none of it helped. So when it come down to stuff like that, and even when I was consistent, right now they could say, hey, you're not consistent enough. Okay, cool. But before then, when I was day on day, 3 videos damn near a day and stuff like that, what the hell was going on then? So it just make you wonder. You be like, damn, they put you to a limit, especially when they know you talking real shit. And by my Mercury being a Virgo, just like that, I'm not saying that's an excuse to be something. No, I'm saying by using it this way as in a superpower. You know what I'm saying? As in saying, like, making it my bitch. By saying, like, yo, the way I talk to things is too logical. I'm a sun in Virgo, and I got the Mercury there. Now, if I was lost, I'd probably be closed-minded as hell. But at the same time, no, I'm not. So I could get very broad, and I could break it down to very little small spectrums of stuff, and then come all the way back with it. So when it come down to things like that, it just show you how I can expand and contract through actuality of what's going on with my experiences. So it just be crazy, dog, because they'll put somebody like me in this type of situation, and I can help somebody out that look like they're in a better situation than me by just saying what the government call good, or what they call it, you know, civilian look like. So they'll have somebody that probably have about 10 business and got this going on in their life, but they're not happy. So at the end of the day, these type of people care about those people as well. So when it's time for me to come up here and get to talking, of course they don't want those type of people to figure out nothing at all. They don't want them to find out, yo, you know you can make it a different type of way. You know you could think differently. Like, they don't want that, period, dog. Soon as people start thinking about how they could do things for themselves and how they could even bring from themselves to others, it get cut. That's why they even ask you about so much of your funds and your finances getting shipped out certain places. Like, for real, and the more you under government systems, the more they into your shit. Damn near to the point they damn near about to ask you who you sleep in bed with, dog. And it be messed up, because then you'll sit up here and you'll see somebody like me just talking about, you know, how to be happy from within. Something that money can't buy is what I was trying to get at, right? And how to value yourself, right? Where we're talking about valuing energy, but knowing how to let it go at the same time. So doing the same thing with Earth. Loving Earth when you hear and shit, doing what you got to do and getting the hell up out of it. But they don't want to do that. You know why? They want to keep company, dog. They want everybody to keep coming back to this same damn world, reincarnating people, to keep making people slaves, not in just one lifetime, in multiple lifetimes. So when it's people like me that's talking and breaking slavery curses and all this type of stuff, gender curses, race curses, they don't like that. They want me to be like the rest of the same niggas from the same area I'm from. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. So that's why I feel like I chose this body too. It's like, nah, I can handle all the things where a person might look at me and be like, oh, you ain't got this and you ain't got that, so you got to be unhappy. Hell nah, bro. Some of that shit I'd rather not have, because, boy, sometimes people get aggravated. The more they see you got, the more they'll keep asking. So it be all type of different shit, but it don't be like, yeah, I don't mind having it either. But at the same time, whether I die today or tomorrow, I'm straight with that. You know what I'm saying? I got something that I'm straight with. Like, if I come out of this earth and have to get a new body, boy, that's what it's going to be, because who I am, I don't find out who that is. I done connected with that subconsciousness. So now I'm so grateful and I'm so happy about it. Now I want to get on the internet, tell everybody else about it. Help everybody else find these connections. But these type of people don't want people to find no connection. These people want to keep people within the 6th dimension, bro, and below it, because they can control what you pay attention to. So then after that, once they start controlling that, they basically already make a fake artificial world for you. Just like how they make artificial intelligence. Basically, it's a fake spirit. They do the same thing with, because it's a fake spirit, period. As soon as it became something, it wasn't the spirit no more. So it's funny as hell, because it's like, it got to be like a mental thing. It got to be like an energy now that's in this world, an energy, right? Because at the end of the day, this is something that they could use to get certain shit done and program it. But at the end of the day, y'all got to remember, them things is only smart as the programmer, and only as smart as the stuff they use to fix it or make it with. So if they made it with bullshit material, they're still breaking all of that stuff, the stuff there. So it goes the same thing with using your magic in a weird way. You feel what I'm saying? It'd be like, damn, you use your magic like this. Yeah, it might work, but later on, it's going to break down on you. Like, it's going to have you in a broken situation where you shouldn't even have been in, but now due to you trying to get demonic or get evil or trying to get, you know, in your own ego, now you broke down. But anyways, man, I got a little off track, man. There's just so much going through my mind and so much I want to get out with y'all, dog, because It really get to you, dog. Yeah, if you know what it is, you know. But man, I've been out here what 3-4 years, doing YouTube and shit, and just watching how what they tell you to do, what they say, how you beat the algorithm, how you join in and stuff like this. And I see it work for certain individuals, right? So then when I'm like, damn, so it's just like a lucky pick, right? But you say that, but then as soon as you so I made other channels, right? And as soon as they start getting attention, it be cool. I mess around and I talk that spiritual talk 1, 2, 3 times on that jump. It be over with, dog. You start seeing the engagement fall off. And it be crazy because it's like, okay, you could talk astrology. They're not going to really care about that. You could talk Christianity. You could talk all these things, but they're not going to care about that. But when it comes down to spirituality, when it's talking about separating yourself from all these things on this earth, like I was saying earlier with lusting about these things and these energies and shit, and how they built the little AI system for a person to feel like this is the new wave. This is the new concept of God in a way. I meant to go ahead and close that off when I said I lost myself. But either way, that's like the shit that people come back on earth for and don't really realize you're attached to this shit. So when we were talking about them 300 angels and shit like that, it was just all just allegory of saying do not fall in love. Do not fall in love with anything. That's 2 damn curses behind all of it. Fall in. Goddamn, if you want to use love to a certain degree, yeah. Because they lust after these things. Things that's not even needed, but you feel like it's needed because this is what somebody told you, or this is what the world make it seem like you need to be in this certain position and get this certain status. So at the same time, it give you this certain power. But we already know how to use astrology and how to use houses and shit like that, where they try to make everybody else or go according to their house system, according to how they want us to move from a day-to-day, hour for hour, 8 hours of the day and shit like that. So now, instead of being just a 6th dimension, now they want to control what they call light and how much they put on a person, how much